I want to go through some of the highlights from our summary advice form, which is on our website. Feel free to look at it. Usual disclaimer, we are not your lawyer unless you formally retain us by signing a contingency fee agreement or a retainer agreement. Some real basic advice. After your accident, see your family doctor right away. It's important that the family doctor acts as a quarterback for your medical team. And when you see your doctor or physiotherapist or chiropractor, focus on function. Say, these are the things I have trouble doing. It's really important they know how your injury affects your day-to-day life and your ability to work. If you have a chance, go back to the accident scene. Take photographs of the scene, different angles, as many as possible. Take photographs of the car damage. If there's witnesses, make sure you get the witnesses' names and phone numbers. They're often really important. And of course, if you have visible injuries, take photographs of those injuries over time as they heal. As far as compensation, there's two kinds of compensation. The first is what I call now benefits, and the second is what I call future benefits. Under the now benefits part, the first thing is if you have a health or disability plan at work, access that. They'll pay for your medical treatment and your time off work. If you do not have private insurance, then access your Section B benefits. Section B is your own car insurance. It's a no-fault based insurance, so whether you're at fault or not, you get Section B benefits. Generally, there's a limit of $50,000, and there are sub-limits on chiropractic, massage, and acupuncture that are far less than that. Section B will also pay for any essential home or vehicle modifications. They'll pay for income loss benefits of up to $600 per week, and if you're not working, they will pay for some house cleaner type of assistance. Section B will pay for the cost of an occupational therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, and other services and supplies that you need to recover. There's also, in rare cases, the ability to get an advance from the other side or an advance from the Motor Vehicle Accident Claims Fund. Future benefits that you can claim after you sue include damages for pain and suffering. That's some money for the pain, the suffering, the inconvenience, the grief, the hassle that you've gone through because of your injury. That depends on what's hurt, how badly it's hurt, whether it's permanent or not, and what the future holds. And it's only once we know that information that we can give you an opinion as to what your pain and suffering damages are worth. You also have a claim for out-of-pocket expenses, so keep track of any expense you have that's related to the accident or injuries, including your mileage. If someone pays for a portion of an expense, track that because you can claim the portion that they do not pay from the at-fault insurance company at the end of your claim. There's a claim for future cost of care. If the doctors say you need long-term care or treatment, then you can claim for that. Loss of income is often the biggest part of the claim, and that's the net loss of income after deduction of taxes, EI and CPP, that you would have earned had you not been injured. And that extends into the future as well. So if there's a long-term future loss of income, as long as you can prove it, then you're entitled to claim that value. You may have a claim for the loss of your ability to do your household chores and activities. If people help you out and do things for you that normally they would not, like cook, clean, do the yard work, build things for you, they may have a claim for what's called volunteer services. Have them track the time that they spend on what they did, and we can claim something for that. On top of those claims, you have a claim for interest and court costs. As always, don't talk to the other side's insurance company. They're not your friends. Their job is to minimize your claim. As far as collision damage, there's a section in the summary advice form on that you'll find helpful. Workers' Compensation Board. If the Workers' Compensation Board is involved, then you may or may not be able to sue. It depends on whether the other party that is at fault is covered by workers' compensation at the same time as you are. It's a question that the workers' compensation will determine, and if they say you can sue, then the WCB controls your claim. If the WCB says that you can sue, then workers' comp is involved for the rest of the claim. They basically own the claim, although it is your claim, and you get the vast majority of the benefits that are sued for. If you're seriously injured, Canada Pension Plan Disability may be available to you, as well as Alberta Income for the Severely Handicapped. Some general advice: open a file folder for yourself, either on paper or on computer, and everything that has anything to do with the accident or injuries, put it in there. You're better off having one too many pieces of paper than one too few. I recommend that you start a short diary and say, to my lawyer on it, and then say, this is how the accident happened. And as much as you can, write down all the details you can think of, who said what happened, what you saw, felt, heard, smelled. The reason for this is that your memory will fade over time, and you need something to go back and refresh your memory. And then put down your injuries for the first period of time. What's hurt, when it started to hurt, how bad it hurt, how it affected your function day to day. After that, I don't really care if you keep a diary or not. Most people find a diary after that point really causes them depression, so I don't recommend it. But do use it to keep track of key times, like when you go back to work or any key events you want to remember in the future. So in conclusion, if you have any questions, feel free to call us. We're always happy to talk. If we can help you, we will. If we can't, we may be able to refer you to someone that can.